Hello, everyone. Welcome to Development Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis. With me today is Jiunn, Seth Geis, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Good man, Diesel's getting the band back together again. Woo!
That's right.
Diesel.
So today we are talking about the Diesel Delirium. Cigar is a Toro 6-inch by 52 ring gauge. Comes out of the Tabacalera AJ Fernandez factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper is Ecuadorian Sumatra. Binder is Connecticut Broadleaf. And the filler is Nicaraguan Lajero and Ometepe. Blended by AJ Fernandez. Price point is $10. And the cigar was released in March of 2020. So out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with the cigar?
I think that this is classic AJ. So I almost didn't think that when I first smoked the cigar. In general, the first, second, last, third, I rated the flavor profile average. But when I first lit this up, and I was like, oh, this might be a little bit more than just AJ, classic AJ. And when I say classic AJ, I mean, cigars that taste first and foremost very earthy, a lot of minerals, spice driven, earth mineral spice driven, right? Um, but and I do find this particular one a little bit more spice driven than most AJ cigars that I've had. But you know, for me, still classic, average tasting AJ with outstanding performance in burn and draw.
Okay. All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
I'm not muted, thank goodness. But then I just made it awkward. But listen, this was a really powerful cigar. I think it's the strongest diesel I've had, and I've had a lot of the diesels.
Really? Like even like back in the day with like unholy cocktails and stuff?
I think this is stronger than Unholy Cocktail.
I'm going to get into that. I don't think it's stronger than an Unholy Cocktail, but I like where your head's at, Seth.
Back in the day.
But
Go ahead.
either
sorry.
way, man, it's strong, and I think it's probably the strongest cigar I've had this year, at least for review, probably. But it's lots of pepper. It's got dry earth. The final third, though, I think really showed a departure. At least the ones I did. There was like this major shift when I get into the final third, and it just turns amazing. And it's almost like, gosh, why weren't we here the whole time? But it was still pleased with what I was getting. Yeah, just oat, coffee, dark cocoa, really enjoyable. Take it away, John.
Yeah, I mean, Seth's right. This is a return to the more classic, upscaled, stronger diesel, which is kind of where I started smoking cigars. And I love the Unholy Cocktail, and this was very reminiscent of that. I don't think it's stronger than the Unholy Cocktail, but I totally get where Seth's at with that because, like the Unholy Cocktail, I mean, there's this blast, and I mean blast of black pepper, spices, wood, cocoa, maybe even a little coffee in there, molasses. I found the first third and the second third to both be very equal in terms of complexity and goodness. Interestingly enough, Seth and I had a very different experience the last third because there was kind of a toasted, almost bitter earth, and so the complexity really fell off for me. And the draw was perfect, but it had a little bit of flakiness in the ash. Burn was a little uneven, went out at a point and required a touch up, which is kind of a drag because I think that that held the cigar back a little bit in terms of probably flavor performance and certainly the score. But yeah, man, this is I'm ecstatic. If Diesel could come out with more cigars like this, and AJ is kind of going back to what he used to do, which was great, then happy day. Aaron, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the cigar definitely started out with a big blast of black pepper, maybe the fullest I've ever experienced in a cigar. So it was just right there in your face. And then it kind of faded out. Some bitterness joined in, kind of knocked things down in the final third. I would have actually welcomed the black pepper to stay around a little bit longer to kind of break up the monotony of the flavor profile a bit. But I think, if you're a fan of the AJ black pepper kind of profile, you're definitely going to find something you like. But I'd prefer something maybe a little bit more dynamic. So it's probably not something I'm going to return to. It was kind of like a big blast up front, and then it kind of just went linear after that, and it was just kind of boring to me. So let's get into the scores. Start at the top with Seth at 7.17. John gave it a 6.62. Jiunn gave it a 5.75. I gave it a 5.30. So how'd that 7.17 match up for you, Seth?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a little high, but final third, I think, really took it home for me. I think the final third really just made me really like it. I think it's a good addition for Diesel. I think Diesel's kind of carrying General cigars right now. So just a really, really enjoyable cigar. I mean, it's not something I'm going to smoke a lot of, and I'm not going to tell like anyone who smokes like mild to medium cigars to smoke this one, but it's a great Diesel.
All right, John, 6.62.
First of all, the Macanudo brand, come on. It's carrying
That's true.
Jiunn. It's so good.
I
So
know.
good. But yeah, a Macanudo smoker is not going to pivot to the Delirium. This would kill them. This would have actually scored higher if the burn wouldn't have had issues. So this could have been in the 675, 685 range. So this is definitely in my good to getting very good category for end of the year kind of stuff, and I'm happy. Jiunn?
5.75, Jiunn.
I think you guys' relationship with Justin Andrews is really skewing your palate.
I think Justin hates me. I think I'm like the least like.
No,
No,
Justin likes
I
you.
provide
Okay.
I provide cover for you, John. Don't worry about
Thanks,
that.
buddy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're fine on that one, John. He actually loves Aaron too.
No, Justin's cool. I like him. He just
He doesn't like you, June.
No, I like him.
Yeah, he loves you.
I like him. It's all right. I average flavor profile, really good construction. So I know we just did a video on the Cohiba Royale,
With cheese.
and I think that I would rather smoke this, and maybe Sean should have picked this one than the Cohiba Royale.
Wow, shots
No, 'cause-
fired.
No, because I think both of the cigars are very like spicy, right? For me,
Yep.
of course, on my palate. But I absolutely prefer this one way more than a Cohiba, and this is only $10, right? So if I were to like go for this, like if I was in a mood to have some really spicy and earthy, I'd pick this one. I'd choose this one.
For the record, Jiunn, it's not a palate thing. Both of those cigars are very spicy. Like these,
Yeah.
like I'm a spice monster, and I was like, this is pepper right up my nose to begin. So yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, but like it totally fits that bill if you
Oh,
want
for sure.
that spice, right?
100%.
Yeah, so my 5.30 matches up perfectly. It's slightly below average flavor profile, really good construction, kind of keeps it into the fives. Otherwise, it might dip into the fours. But yeah. Any other final thoughts from you guys on this one?
I'm telling you, in 6 months
Unholy
to a year-
cocktail. You're oh, sorry.
What were you gonna say, John? I'm sorry.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, I mean, this is kind of what I like out of Diesel. Like I hate to say it, but to me, the best Diesels are the medium full to full Diesels, and that's to me, and like I realize that that's a very small segment of the market. So you kind of got to blend towards the medium if you want to sell cigars. But the reason I like Diesels is because they play in the medium full to full category, and that's why I got reminded of the Unholy Cocktail with this one.
My first box ever, a little fun tidbit, was do you guys remember the Diesel Unlimited from back in the day?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
First box purchase ever.
one. Really?
The
That was your
Bella
first
Coastal.
box purchase?
Yeah, that was maybe 8-9 plus years ago, I think.
Wow. First box purchase.
Yeah, still have the box somewhere.
Nice.
You should get Justin to sign that.
It's
No,
before
he had nothing to
Yeah.
do with it, so why would I get him to sign it?
No, you need to get Alex Fenton to sign it.
Yeah, exactly.
These are gonna age well. These are really gonna age well.
Oh, yeah.
I know we're talking about Cohiba Royale. I think Cohiba Royale is gonna really age well too. I
I
think if
agree.
you bought like a box of these now and they smoke, however you think they smoke in line with, they're gonna age really well.
I agree with El Paladar.
All right, if you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. But check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels and catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.